What if you could cheat death, but only for a while? Today we're diving into Final Destination, a horror thriller that redefined how we look at coincidences and catastrophes. Our protagonist, Alex Browning, is your classic, reluctant visionary. Devon Sawa brings a nervous intensity to the role, a teenager cursed with a vision of a doomed flight and the impossible task of convincing others. He's not a typical hero. He's not brave or confident. He's paranoid, uncertain, and often ignored, which makes him relatable. But his lack of growth through the film is a missed opportunity. There isn't a real arc to talk about. He stays the same from the beginning of the film, right down to when the credits roll. The real star, and the true antagonist, is death itself. There's no masked killer, no monster, just an invisible force correcting its design. It's a brilliant concept. Death isn't random here. It's methodical, patient, and terrifyingly creative. This choice makes the movie unique, but also limits emotional engagement. Without a tangible villain, tension is driven purely by anticipation, not confrontation. Still, it sets this film apart from any other in the horror genre, at least when this film was first released. I was 11 when I first watched this film, and vividly remember being in awe of the concept of the antagonist being death itself. The cinematography of Final Destination sets an uneasy vibe. The use of shadows, reflections, and tilted angles builds a constant sense of paranoia. Every scene feels like a setup. Mirrors, dripping water, sparking wires. It all hints at looming disaster. This visual keeps you on edge and rewards eagle-eyed viewers. But it does become a bit predictable at times, taking away from the stakes. The script is functional, but not particularly strong. In Final Destination, we also get the usual horror cliches. Characters often say exactly what they're thinking, which robs scenes of subtlety. However, the premise, escaping death's design, is clever and raises deeper questions about fate, control, and inevitability. The writing shines most when it leans into existential horror, but it fumbles greatly when it comes to character development. The plot is both the movie's biggest strength and its greatest constraint. A premonition saves a group of teens from a plane crash, only for them to die one by one in the order they were meant to. The structure is tightly wound and keeps the suspense building. But once you grasp the pattern, the middle act becomes formulaic. Setup, fake out, then death. Still, the ingenuity of each demise keeps viewers hooked. The finale tries to slightly shake things up, but with little difference, and the open ending feels more like a franchise setup than a true closure. Final Destination is a horror film that dares to kill without a killer, and mostly succeeds. This was a bold move, but a move that pays off. A shaky script and flat characters are balanced by a fresh concept, clever visual cues, and suspense-driven pacing. It won't give you character development, but will provide you with horror thrills. It delivers the chills. There is a reason why this film has become a cult classic. It is a must-watch if you are a fan of horror films. If you liked this review, hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And while you at it, hit the bell to be notified whenever we upload.